Okay,
course.
we got that, and it's preparing the live stream. I will see if I can see it on my thing, but I see that Dawn joined us as well, and Mary's on, so we've got a little crew now.
Yay.
So yeah, if you want to go ahead and get started.
Well, hello everyone. I'm Dena. For those of you that don't know me, I love Gray Owl. I love the studio. It's a great community vibe, and very thankful that I was invited to do this chat and chill today. And for those of you that don't know me, I'm an intuitive healer. I also teach yoga and meditation. I also do Reiki. I'm a Reiki master as well. And today's chat and chill is going to be different than what I was wanting to do. I actually had this whole thing written up about energy. Wanted to talk a lot about energy, especially with everything that is going on in the collective with the pandemic, everybody's feelings and emotions going on, the roller coaster rides, the uncertainties. And I started to really connect in and thought that instead of talking about the energies and blocks that could happen when all of these emotions are coming up to the surface, what I was wanting to do is to open this space, and we can play around with it as well. Open this space as as more of a healing circle. So we can hold space for each other. We can voice our what's going on, positive, negative, whatever is going on with you in this space, and for the rest of us to listen or to share our experiences and really to help open up the throat space, the throat chakra. So I can go first. And you don't have to talk. Nobody has to talk. And afterwards, what I will do is feel into everybody. I had several different breath work that I was thinking about doing and guiding everybody through. And what I can do is, while we're doing the breath work, I can do some collective healing, some distance Reiki, if that resonates with everybody. If not, when I am guiding through the breath work, if you put that intention that you don't want any distance Reiki healing, I will honor your space and not do that. So we can go ahead and just do the breath work as is. So how does that sound with everybody?
Okay.
Thumbs up. Awesome. Okay. So it's interesting. This is a week 5 of the quarantine for me. I have 2 kids that live at home, 2 teenagers. My husband travels for work, so he's been grounded as well. We are a big family of doers. So we're a big family of, go, go, go. We love our work. We love, my kids, my daughter on varsity soccer, my son played basketball. So we're constantly in the car and going and doing, and from this place and that place, and everything basically, when came to a halt, it was very intense. I'm the type of person that when things become overwhelming for me, I like to retreat. I go into a cave and I have to process everything. I go silent. This is the way that I process. And, the feelings of fear of what am I going to do? I'm building my business. That's completely, I can't see clients, all of these thoughts going on my head. Oh my God, now I got 2 teenagers at home. I'm going to have to homeschool. So that was like an added layer of anxiety. My husband and I love our alone time so much. So and all of a sudden we're like, he's home and he's having to work from home. So it's just a lot of different emotions that have come up. And I tell you, it was very hard and difficult at first for me to get grounded. For somebody that does meditation, at least 45 minutes to an hour a day to help get me balanced and grounded, and so I can help my clients. It was very, very difficult for me. And that's one of the reasons that I had to retreat and really go inward and really asking myself, what is going on? Where is this fear coming from? And trying to really switch that into looking at a more positive, way, or finding the good in each situation. For instance, my husband and I were talking about this the other day. We have never connected with our kids so much as we have in this space. We're able to have dinner together most nights and really have these conversations. My son and I, he's at that awkward age where we butt heads, and he's laughing all the time. He's having communications. I'm getting to know him. My husband and I are going on walks together. We're able to cuddle more at night. So a lot of good. I'm looking at the good in all of this. Yes, it's still up and down because we don't know what tomorrow is and things are changing. And yes, the emotions come up of, oh my God, here we go. There's that roller coaster ride. But I've found that the more that I have shifted into a being and being present and knowing, having faith and knowing that this is there for the higher good, that there is that light, there are great things that are happening because of this. That helps me tremendously to be in that place of staying grounded and focused. So that's my share.
And Dena, that I'll go next, or just maybe comment on what, or add on to what you just said. That is very similar to the experience that I've had. It's some of the words that you mentioned too are the ones that keep coming up, like retreat. And there are certain, people in my life that I'm having to tell, like, I just can't be available right now. Like or I don't want to be, like, I just need to be kind of quiet and introspective. And I don't want to be consuming a whole lot of information or even like insight now. I really just want to tap into my own personal intuitive, I don't even want to call it wisdom, but really just thoughts, like just processing, which is another word that you mentioned, like definitely same space that I'm in. And it may just, I don't know if I've felt like this before, this strongly before. So I can't say that it's just normally how I am. I'm definitely more introverted, but this like strong of a desire to just be like, not alone because I'm here with my husband, but just to spend time mainly just thinking and processing, Yeah. So that's been a really strong thing too. But I'm also very grateful, and for me personally, see more positive than negative. And it's just given me some space that I needed, so. But there's definitely like a little bit of fear that pops up every once in a while.
Right. Yeah, and thank you for sharing that. I feel that the introspect is a huge thing, especially in the collective. I know that last year, 2019, what kept coming up, that there was going to be a lot of transformation in 2020. Of course, we didn't know what was going to happen, right?
Right.
But it's kind of, it's weird and scary that how this is the transformation for everyone is being affected by this. We are all as a collective being affected by it. And yeah, having to go inward and that introspect and making sure that we implement or have that gratitude is extremely important. I know I started, for me, before all of this, before we were on lockdown, I was doing a 30 days of gratitude challenge. I thought that was extremely important. And it really, really helped, especially when we began, in the middle of the gratitude challenge, the lockdown happened. That to me was something that I was able to really hold on to every single day, to wake up and say, what am I grateful today? What can I sit here and bring gratitude to? What are the, and I would tell myself, what are 3 things that I'm grateful for? And that would just start the mood, or start the day, and shift that mood to a more optimistic way of looking at things. But thanks for sharing.
Of course.
Anybody else like to share?
Can I add something?
Absolutely.
Good morning. Something that I became aware of in the last few days is this feeling like I'm living in a dream, because it's spring and it's been beautiful, and I've spent a lot of time outside, and it's like my reality isn't real. I don't know if you felt that at all, that if you turn on the news, for so many people, whether it's, I mean, even in my own home, my husband is still able to work somewhat. It's not the same. So that's very, we don't know what we'll be back to. That's a big question mark. So for so many people that have lost their jobs and health and death, but there's so much beauty in life.
Ooh, do we lose any? Do we lose Dawn? Yeah, Dawn.
Yes. Can you
We
hear
lost.
me?
Yeah, we lost you just like 15 seconds ago. What you were saying.
You were getting into, there's so much beauty in spring, and then it cut off.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's a little choppy.
Hello.
Hi.
I just feel like it's like I'm living in a dream, because it's so beautiful and there's so much life right now blooming in nature. It's very odd. All the things that are death, dying, things that won't be the same, you know?
That is a very wonderful point that you bring up. That plays a lot in the yin and the yang, or the dark and the light, because you need both of them, right? You need the darkness, the lotus flower coming from the muddy waters into the light. And what is wonderful about what you said is that on one side, yes, there is the death, the destruction, the darkness of what is going on. The news is, I mean, you turn on the news, because I can tell you the first week when I was sucked into it. And you can easily get sucked in and drawn towards that darkness, that, what is going on, what is happening, the death toll, Italy, what is being said out there. But at the end of the day, you going outside and seeing that light, that the spring, the flowers are blooming. It's like, one of the things is, not to get caught up into everything that's going on, to be able to say, okay, I'm going to walk away from this and focus on the present of, and it's not necessarily ignoring it, because we do need this. This is definitely a learning experience for all of us, of what is going on. What is the message here for us? But at the same time, not being drawn into it to the point where we get lost in it, and we, become our thoughts, become our, the anxiety and whatever, all of that stuff that is feeding into that, the news or the media, or what's going on. Yes, honor those people that have lost their lives, and thank God that there's workers that are going out there and helping all of the people. At the same time, be really grateful that you can appreciate spring and the flowers blooming. And I relate to you. I mean, I feel like it's Groundhog Day, like the same day.
Yeah.
Oh, like you wake up and it's like, oh, I'm in this dream again. When you were talking about being in this dream, I was like, oh yeah, I can relate. I wake up and I feel like it's Groundhog Day every single day. It's like, oh my God, here we go again. But also just remembering that's wonderful to be able to take those, to look at these things. Okay, I can go for a walk. I can go and slow down and look at the trees blooming. Look how beautiful this earth is this time of year. Look what I can connect to. Feel your feet on the grass so you can feel that connection. So I thought that was a wonderful, wonderful share. Thank you. Anybody else would like to say a few words before we go into some breath work and clearing?
So I have a lot of different thoughts, and today is a weird day for me. I woke up and I was like, I'm gonna go to the gym, and nothing's open. I was a little disappointed on that. Kind of, it's like one of those things where you just forgot what was going on. Probably because, so like our team is split into two. So two go into our clinic, our 2 weeks we go into a clinic, and then 2 weeks we're mandatory working from home, and doing just everything we normally do. We're doing a lot of telemedicine visits. So my weeks are right now, and I was working this week, so it would just seem like a normal routine. And I was like, time to go to the gym, but you can't because you're just not doing it. And like my first 2 weeks, I was on a little island, and that's how I feel because nobody like tells anyone anything. And it's just so weird for me because like I get daily updates about this, but I honestly read it and I let it go because it is what it is, and that's what's going on. And I don't know what to do about it because I can't do anything about it. And so I'm in a little spacey day today because like I have to go to work tomorrow, and it's weird, even though we see people, but I don't know. But I do know that so for me personally, I've actually had a lot of time to realize a lot of the progress that I've made with certain goals that I don't realize normally. Like I'm pretty comfortable with some things that I realized the past couple weeks, in progression with some goals that I wouldn't have thought of when I'm in my normal daily, like go mode. So that was all a nice little thing to find out about myself.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And those are great things when they come up, especially in the present moment, is to write them down, is to journal them. So when after this is, the shifts have happened and we're transitioning back to, I don't think it's ever going to be normal or even use that word normal, but back into a more normal way of going, we can, reflect back on all of, the shifts or what we've been going inward and processing on how we can continue to allow that to flow into our everyday life so we don't go back into the doing, into a more grounded place. And this is the whole part of what, the transformation. It's going into each of our lives and the places where it's feeling uncomfortable or the aha moments that we're having that are coming up, being able to, okay, this actually feels good. I didn't think I would ever like homeschooling my kids. And that's something I'm not going to go to homeschooling, I'll tell you that. But I've really enjoyed the connection. I really enjoyed the being more present. And this is something that I know, going forward when things shift, I'm going to be like, okay, I'm going to see less clients. And these days I'm going to focus on, really being present with the kids, and we're going to have dinner together and we're going to play games, which I'm so enjoying. So with that being said, does anybody else like to share? I know this was a 30-minute chat and chill, and we're gonna go a little bit over. If anybody else would like to share? No? Okay. So I was thinking we'll do a balancing, I'd like to say one more thing, and then self-care is super important. I think that's one thing that, as I was talking and is coming up to, just, I feel like self-care, being able to help ground, and self-care, like spending more of those introspective times, journaling, really getting out. I know that parks are closed, but even going outside and feeling your feet on the earth, like really feeling your feet on the earth with the grass underneath you, or sitting underneath a tree, looking at the flowers, finding things that bring you to the present is extremely important, especially if, that roller coaster ride, if we're having those low moments, to get out of our heads, to ground us and root us back to the present moment. So with that, I would like to do a balancing of energy, breath work. And is everybody okay if I go into the collective and do some clearing? So you can give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Okay, all right. And Mary, I don't see you, but I will feel into your energy if you're open to it. Okay. So if you're either sitting down, is everybody going to be sitting down, or laying down? I want you to just rock side to side if you're sitting down, and get really even. Feel your sit bones even onto the floor, cushion, bed, chair. And let's soften our gaze or close our eyes and allow our bodies to settle down. And let's take 3 cleansing breaths. So in through your nose or mouth, all the way to the crown of the head, and open the mouth and really sigh it out. Even squeezing the navel to the spine a little bit, letting all that stale air out. And we're going to do that 2 more times. Nice deep inhale, filling up, beginning to open up and expand into the crease and crevices, wanting more expansion, opening the mouth and really. And one more time, nice deep inhale, filling the expansion a little bit more, and opening the mouth and sighing, settling in a little bit more, and allow your awareness to go to your breath. And normal breath here, inhales and exhales. Continuous. Continuous meaning no pauses at the top of the inhale or exhale. And just notice what you notice with your body. We're going to take a scan starting with the crown of the head. Noticing if there's any tension, tightness. And see if with each exhale, being open to relaxing a little bit more. And if your body is not relaxing, there are no judgments. and no worries. Being curious with parts of you that might be holding. We tend to hold in places like our heads, in our shoulders, allowing our breath to go to these places. And our hips. Our feet, arms. And if our mind starts to wander, just acknowledge that thoughts are coming in. Don't get lost in the story. Bring your awareness back to your breath. And on the next exhale, draw awareness to your feet. And imagine your feet opening up, the soles of your feet, and allowing roots to begin to form. And if you can visualize roots, imagine the color. Or maybe if you don't visualize, feeling a sensation and opening up as these roots begin to root down, ground, penetrate the earth beneath you. You might even feel the sensation in the base of your spine, the perineum. And I want you to exhale all the way to your toes. So these roots continue to move down to all the layers of the earth, the water layers, almost like this energetic cord also moving down into the core of Mother Earth. Anchoring us into Pachamama, Mother Earth. Just notice what you notice energetically, or any sensations around you or in your feet, base of your spine, maybe even down your legs. And then on the next inhale, draw your breath to the crown of the head. And exhale again with awareness all the way to your toes. Inhale all the way to the crown of the head. And exhale to your toes. Inhale to the crown. Exhale to your ankles. Inhale to the crown. And exhale to your knees. Inhale to the crown. Exhale to the base of your spine. Inhale to the crown. Exhale to your navel. Inhale to the crown. And exhale to your heart space. Inhale to your crown. Exhale to your throat. Inhale to the crown. Exhale to your eyebrow center. Inhale to your crown. Exhale to your eyebrow center. Inhale to your crown. Exhale to your eyebrow center. Inhale to the crown. Exhale all the way out to the bottom of your feet. And begin to breathe normal, but allow your awareness to go to your crown. And imagine your crown forming these beautiful petals, thousands and thousands of petals beginning to unfurl at your crown space, blossoming up to the sun. And imagine those sun rays, the reds, the orange, the fiery red. And the sun's rays begin to shine all around your energy field. Allowing a protective light from the sun's rays, almost like this energetic force field forming of light several inches from you, or even a foot, in all different directions. Moving down from the crown, the front of your front body, the back of your body, and sides. The rays continue to form this energetic light of protection, protecting the balancing of energy that we just work through our breath. And allowing that light to fill any spaces in your energetic fields that need a little bit more. As we allow this light to fill any spaces that need filling. the way down, feeling the warm rays on our skin. All the way down into the earth. And take a few breaths here, and again, checking with the sensations around and through your body. Notice how you feel now. Notice if you feel different, if you feel shifts. Whether you have or you haven't, there's no right or wrong. It just is. And bringing your awareness to your heart space and inviting in gratitude for showing up. Honoring yourself and your light. And flickering your eyes open when you're ready. And so it is. How is that for everyone?
That's awesome. Okay. I feel definitely more energy, and I had some interesting, I guess, visuals or visions, which normally doesn't happen. So I don't know, Dena, maybe it's you.
I was working, I was working in everybody's energy field, just taking out like different stagnant energy. So some people feel it in sensations, some people see it in colors, thoughts, feelings when things start to shift.
It was really cool, different.
Awesome. I know we're over. I always tend to go over on these things, but you can always reach out to me, or we have time, if anybody wants to ask questions or share, or I don't know, I'm open to it. I'm open to staying on for a little bit, or you can always reach out to me.
I felt a little more energy after that meditation, and I saw some pretty awesome things as well. It was good. I liked it. I have a little more, I guess, focus right now compared to when I woke up this morning on what I wanted to do today. So that's good.
Beautiful. And when I do a collective healing, there are things that are going to come up. So I'm glad you said something, Denise. So journal. See how you feel throughout the day. And see what.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, see what comes up. What other like insightful things that come up that is stirred, because I really did work in the solar plexus came up a lot in everybody's collective, and that's our creative side, our sense of self. So just it'd be interesting to journal today and see how your dreams are tonight as well.
Yeah, that's actually something that kind of one of those thoughts that just came in and went out was right now, the meditation things that I've been doing with everything that you've been putting on, Ariella, has really been helpful for me during this time period, because I did that first chat and chill with Jill with that meditation, and then Wendy's, and I've noticed that is actually what's absolutely grounding me. So it's been super great, and that I decided probably is something I need to incorporate and then journal about, because I've been working a lot on that this, 3 weeks now? Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, okay, all. Well, thank you for hopping on and sharing the space with me and with all of us as a collective as we continue to move through this time. If you ever need to reach out to me, let me know. Like I said, I'm an intuitive healer, Reiki master, and I do work at Gray Owl, and I do remote sessions as well. And I have a lot of free events that I'm offering. All of my events are actually free. I'm offering crystal healing circles, which are every Friday. I am limiting those to 10 people at a time. If you're interested, let me know. I have 2 spaces available for the next Friday. They're filling up pretty quickly, but I do work in everybody's collective energy. I do energy healing on each person in there. Like today, I did a group energy in everybody's collective as a whole. I will bring each person's energy in my energy field and do some healing in the group healing session. And I do give intuitive insight at the end, share that as well. So it's another way of you know, putting that out there for everybody. And yeah, and I'm having a conversation, coffee and conversation on Mondays at 10 a.m. And that is through my holistic living with Dena. The healing circles are via Zoom, so that you would need a link for that. And Facebook Live is my conversations, coffee and conversations. And I will be doing a deep stretch to de-stress, which will be a yin practice coming up on Earth Day as well. So put that out there, and all of it's free to help everybody through this. And yeah, questions and comments, please. I welcome it all. So email me or reach me through Facebook, through Gray Owl. And thank you.
Thank you, Dena.